Ladies and gentlemen, next, Dwight Schultz. We have his action figures here from Star Trek, as well as from the A-Team. Listen closely because we will have a quiz for what Dwight said. If you can answer it, you win these action figures. But ladies and gentlemen, on a serious note, yes, he's an actor, but what a wise man he is that understands so much the threat to this culture and society. Dwight, go ahead.
Thank you. I am humbled to be here and grateful to Jamie for inviting me. I've always been a conservative in Hollywood, and I've dealt I've been a minority politically for over 43 years. I'm out of the closet 43 years. But 9/11 changed my life profoundly. I didn't know anything about Islam. I knew nothing about Sharia. I tried to learn as much as I possibly could because I never wanted to see this again. Today, this word you won't find in a newspaper that is shrinking, because they won't put this word and apply it to the enemies of this country. They now want to apply it to soldiers returning from fighting our enemy abroad. There's something very evil at work. It doesn't make sense. But let me just tell you very quickly about my journey. I didn't understand anything about it. I was very confused. I found this book, Bin Laden, the Man Who Declared War on America by Joseph Bodansky. I started reading it. In it, he recommended that I download Osama bin Laden's fatwa from the internet, and I did. I understood a little bit more about Sharia after I understood why he wanted to destroy America and kill Americans, particularly American civilians. While I was reading this book, I came across the words, and words are really important to me. The words that are spoken by those who follow Sharia. Not just the legal people, but people who actually implement Sharia. This, I found this man, he's still prominent today, although he's in prison. It's Sheikh Omar Abdul Rahman. This fatwa was smuggled out of jail by his lawyer, who's now also in prison. And this is Sharia. This is a cleric. And I'm going to get to him again in a moment. Cut all links with their country, the United States, destroy them thoroughly and erase them from the face of the earth. Ruin their economies, set their companies on fire, turn their conspiracies to powder and dust, sink their ships, bring their planes down, slay them in air, on land, on water, and with the command of Allah, kill them wherever you find them. Catch them and put them in prison, lie in wait for them, and kill these infidels. Mohammed Morsi, who has just become the totalitarian dictator who wants to bring Sharia to Egypt, his first major pronouncement is that he demands that the United States release Sheikh Omar Abdul Rahman, who has an invitation to the White House. These are his words. To my knowledge, because I still read some of these and I check the internet, the offer hasn't been rescinded. Why would Morsi, as one of his first official missions, say, I want a mass murder? This man he was responsible for the first attack on the World Trade Center. Why would this president of Egypt, leader of the Muslim Brotherhood, demand that a mass murderer in the United States be released? It's already been told to you here. We're not Muslims. We're infidels. It can't be murdered. It can only be killed. This is one of the chief clerics. This is a proponent of... Now, you've all heard, I'm sure, the name Uma Abedin. She was assistant editor of the Journal of Muslim Minority Affairs. And the editor who shared the duties with her was Zafar Ishaq Ansari. And his magnum opus was a translation of Sayyid Abdul Allah Maududi. Pretty good. I know, it's hard for me to say. Easy for you again. No. And this is part of this wonderful translation. And this says it all. You really don't have to go any further. You don't have to be an intellectual or a scholar. This says it all. The purpose for which Muslims are required to fight is not, as one might think, to compel the unbelievers into embracing Islam. Rather, their purpose is to put an end to the sovereignty and supremacy of the unbelievers so that the latter are unable to rule over men. The authority to rule should only be vested in those who follow the true faith, Islam. Unbelievers who do not follow this true faith should live in a state of subordination. Unbelievers are required to pay a jizya, the deliberately humiliating Quranic poll tax, in lieu of the security provided to them as the dhimmis, non-Muslims, non-citizen pariahs, vanquished by jihad of the Islamic State. Jizya symbolizes the submission of the unbelievers to the suzerainty of Islam, superiority, in other words. To pay jizya of their own hands humbled refers to the payment in a state of submission. Humbled also reinforces the idea that the believers, rather than the unbelievers, should be the rulers as God's vice agents. This is Sharia in their words. It is by definition not compatible with the Constitution of the United States. And, by the way, they want to kill us.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much.
Please, I don't want to hear it. I did what I did because if I didn't do it, it would have got done. And I might add that not doing it would have been a lot worse than doing it badly, which I was not about to do.